Says the Orchot Tzadikim in Shara Simha. He says if a person trusts in Hashem, his trust will cause him to clear his heart of affairs of the world and be able to learn Torah and pray. When is a person not able to learn? When is he not able to pray? Too many thoughts. He's thinking and worried and what's going to be and how am I going to do. In the middle of Hamidah, you see him, I'm going to go to work today, I'm going to call so-and-so, he's going to tell me yes, and then I'm going to go and tell my employees, and we're going to start shipping out, and then, whoa, I got the modim, right? How did I get there? How did I get the modim? So he says, Rabbi, every single time I lose kavanah, why? I said, listen, are you thinking thoughts, other thoughts? Yeah, I'm not focused. So why are you worried about those things? Why do you have to have all the time to think about it? While you were driving in the car, you were thinking about nothing. But all of a sudden, you plan your whole morning what you're going to do at work. Why did that happen to you? It's because you didn't have enough emunah. You think you have to start worrying about it even before you get to work. I have to start thinking about this now. Now what am I going to do? Because he's nervous. If he has emunah, he'll just show up. More or less, you have a game plan before. But you show up and you know everything's going to be okay. He says part of having emunah also, you'll have strong trust in him. ולא יעבוד לאדם זולתו להתרצות אליו. ולא יפחד מאדם מדבר רע. You will not have fear of any evil man, and you will not serve anyone to gain any favor. There's this thing called kissing up. You have to kiss up to somebody. You have to go and tell them, wow, you're the best, you're so wealthy, you're so powerful, wow, I want to be next to you, wow, and you go and you give them all these compliments, flattery. You don't have to do any of that. You'll just go and realize that Hashem wants me to be successful and wants me to get this done. I'll get it done even without flattering the guy, even without kissing up to him. And a person sometimes degrades himself. He puts himself into situations and does things in certain situations that he would never thought he has to do. He brings himself so lowly, so down, just for the sake of trying to get good with somebody. And he fears him. He's scared that if I'm not on the good side, if I don't do this kissing up, then he's not going to give me the job, or he's not going to sign the deal. The person has perfect trust in Hashem, doesn't put his hopes in any al tiftihu bin divin, right? Right. Don't trust a nobleman. Oh, but he's wealthy, but he's this, but he's that. Doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, man planned, and Hashem laughs. Okay, and then you won't be afraid to rebuke them. You won't be afraid to, not lie for them. You're scared sometimes of a person who says, "Oh, you did what I asked you to do." You tell them, hey, you lie, right? You quickly go and figure it out before you should notice that you didn't do it. A person who has fear of Hashem, not fear of people, he won't say that. He'll say, no, I didn't do it. Whatever the consequence will be, okay, it's okay. If I forgot about it, I forgot about it for some reason. And I shouldn't be fearful of him, I should fear only HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Therefore, he says, the Pasuk, Hashem Elokim Ya'azar li, al ken nechamti, al ken samti panay halamish. Shishaya takes pride and he says, Hashem, look how much I believe in you. I'm not ashamed of what anybody says to me. I made my face like a stone. I'm not embarrassed because I trust in you. Okay, number one. You have to have perfect knowledge. Hashem is more merciful than any person, who is the most merciful person in the world. And he says that a person shouldn't think Hashem doesn't look or doesn't see. You don't realize how many things Hashem saves you from that you don't even realize could have happened to you. If you would look at a bird's eye view of what could happen to you, that car could have hit you, or that thing could have fell on you and you walked away and you didn't even realize, you didn't even know what Hashem saved you from. You have to know that HaKadosh Baruch Hu constantly has mercy on us. Number two, machshava shniya. The second thought we have to know is asher kol tovot megiyot elav me'aviv ve'imo me'ahav krovav re'av. A person has to realize everything Hashem gives you, even through your father, your mother, your friend, your brother, your business partner, your colleague, whatever it is, a random guy in shul, everything that a person gives you, it's from Hashem. Hashem sent these people as a messenger. I said many times that father says to the son, "No, how are you going to pay for your yeshiva? How are you going to make money?" "Oh, don't worry, Hashem Yazor." And he tells his wife, honey, he thinks my name Hashem, right? I pay for everything. If it's not for me, where would you be? He tells his son. But he has to realize, listen, emunah means that yes, you give me, but Hashem enabled you to give me. Hashem wanted you to give me, so you're a messenger. So it's still considered Hashem, even though you worked and you're the one who supported me. HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave you that zechut. The Gemara says that a person doesn't pass away until everybody who's related to him or connected to him also deserves to lose him. Which means that sometimes a person will be living just for the sake of giving parnasah to somebody else, or supporting somebody else, or being there for somebody else. That's why all the Gedolim, they used to have Kabbalat Kahal. They used to be sitting and talking to people, and they would be with their problems and help them. And they used to tell them, why are you busy with all these people and their problems? Go learn, go do your own thing. He says, you think that I go learn, that's going to give me zuchut to live? I'm only alive because of these people. The second I stop this, who knows if I'm going to be here anymore? So a person has to realize sometimes we live for another person. The Gaon Vilna says the person came to this world to learn what it means to be giving to another person. So a person just think, oh, myself, I do for myself. I know, Kadosh Baruch Hu gives us, and all those people who were able to give you, who knows, maybe the only reason they were able to have in general is because they're able to give you. A guy says, yeah, I have. That's why you see, I gave you. Without me, what would you do? No, maybe because to give me, that's why Hashem gave you. Maybe you yourself wouldn't be able to have nothing. So therefore, a person has to realize that all messengers. Number 3, מחשבה שלישית, שידע שכל הטובות מן חסדי אלוקים. לא שהוא ראוי לכך. You have to have emunah that everything Hashem gives you is from Hashem's kindness. It's not you're deserving of them, or because Hashem is good to him because he needs him. Rather, they're gifts and presents of loving kindness. A person can never pray and say, Hashem, I deserve it. You have to give me. A person should always pray, give me a free gift. What did we say this week's parasha? Katonti mikol hasadim. Yaakov Avinu. He says, I am not worthy of Hashem's kindness. I am too little compared to all the chesed you gave to me, Hashem. So he was a giant man. He has a tremendous zuchut. Nonetheless, how does he pray? He says, Hashem, you give me chesed. It's not really that I deserve. So that's how you have to feel. Don't feel entitled when it comes to Hashem. Number 4, מחשבה רביעית, שידע כל ענייניו יש גבול וקץ. אין שום אדם יכול להוסיף לגרוע מה שגזר הבורא יתעלה. Person has to know there's a boundary to your affairs. No one can add or subtract what has decreed by Hashem. Person has to be nervous, doesn't have to be nervous that the other guy was stealing his business, because at the end of the day, Kadosh Baruch Hu gives to everybody what they deserve. Could be you get stolen from, that's because Hashem decreed it to be. Not because, the other guy decided to steal from me. If you don't deserve to be stolen from, that guy won't steal from you. Those who have perfect emunah, they don't even have to lock the door at night. Why? Because if they deserve it, so even if you put 5 locks, they're going to break all of them, can break in. And if you put no lock, so even if you don't deserve it, so they're not going to open your door, right? So the person has to know that nothing can happen to you unless it's Hashem's decree, and you have to have emunah in that. According to that emunah, you will be able to zochet, that's Siyata D'Shmaya, that you don't even have to lock your door at night. But a person has to know you can't have emunah and be lazy. You know, okay, I'll sit home and Hashem will make it rain money. You know, you can't do. You have to do ishtadlut. It's okay. Most people, normal ishtadlut is 1 or 2 locks. Fine. So you have to do that. But if you're really holding at that level, like, there's Gdolim who used to travel from place to place to collect money for the yeshiva. So he used to go and take the ticket for the train. How he used to go, he sees a line for the train. He used to go sit in the line to get a ticket. And what happens? He sees that the line is long. He's going to be soon. He's going to be 5 minutes. He's going to be next. But he doesn't have any money in his pocket. So how is he going to go and buy the ticket? In the line, he sees behind him one of his students. And he says, oh, Rabbi, how are you? What are you doing here? He says, I'm taking a ticket. I have to go to the next city to collect more money for the yeshiva. And he says, okay, Rav, let me buy your ticket. You have money for the ticket? He says, no, I don't have money. So what are you standing here for? How are you standing in the line to go buy a ticket? You don't have any money. He said, waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. You see how Kadosh Baruch Hu, I had the emunah, and Hashem brought it to me. Now he sent you me, and he sent you to me. And look, you're going to sponsor me. You offered already to sponsor the ticket. He says, of course, Kol Rav. And what you see from here is, this is a person who has that emunah that believes that if Kadosh Baruch Hu wants me to go, he'll find me a way. It doesn't have to be that I came with the money in my pocket already and I don't have to be nervous. No. For them, it's not a difference between a case where I had money in my pocket, I didn't have money in my pocket. It's all the same. Because at the end of the day, it's like Kadosh Baruch Hu who gives me all this. So therefore, they're holding on this level of emunah where they feel this mamash. The 5th one, we'll do one more. He says, שידע הבורא יתברך רואה את ליבו עם ביטחונו בו ביטחון שלם בלא מרמה. Hashem sees and knows if your trust is perfect and not tainted by deceit. The servant could pretend when he serves the master the cup. He says, oh, your majesty, here you go. He puts his head down, and it could be it's all fake. But Kadosh Baruch Hu is different. He sees into the person's heart, and he knows if you're doing it with a trick, if you're doing it to get something out of Hashem, you're doing it falsely, or you're doing it wholeheartedly. And that is part of emunah as well. Baruch Amen.